Hey everyone, today we are diving into something super exciting and incredibly useful: workflows. So, if you ever found yourself repeating tasks and doing manual boring tasks again and again, then you are in the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the ins and out of creating and managing workflows. Whether you are completely newbie or dab a bit into automation, there's something for everyone. We're gonna go over briefly about how to set up these workflows, then we're gonna also use variables within the workflow to make them even smarter. Then we're gonna look at the example of a full-fledged workflow in motion. So just a heads up, workflows are currently available for paid users only, and if you're using free version, don't worry, I've got you covered too. We'll explore how you can get most out of it, so when it might be time to consider upgrading. Next, let's look into how to create a workflow. So on your left, when you go to workflow tab, you can then create a workflow here. And so these are the inputs of the workflow. So let's say if we are creating a competitive reports workflow. So what I will need is a competitive URL, and so this is the label. So this is like a user-friendly name, and this is how you are going to be using this in your workflow. So whenever you want to refer to this input, you can just use this variable. So next, let's use the internet set. So what I'll do is capture a review for, and I'm gonna use this. So we are basically googling capture a review for competitor URL. I'm gonna add site captura.com. So we'll only gonna get the results from Captura. I'm gonna rename this tab, say next. We can also add a chat tab. So this is basically where we can tell any AI models to do specific things for us. So let's say if I wanna like use these, so let's say if I wanna use these, and if I wanna parse the actual URL, so what I can do is I can just get the output of this step, and I can ask OpenAI to extract the URL from this, and I can also change the models. So we have plenty of models here. We can go with Palm, Gemini, Llama, GPT-4, 5, 3. So this would be the extract. So this is how we usually use the variables within any input field. You can use this variable, whether it is prompt, system prompt, whether it is a search query, whether it is a URL. You can use variables anywhere. So let me show you the complete workflow for this. So this is the complete workflow. So basically, first of all, we are getting a competitor website URL. Then we are going to look for the Captura reviews on Google. And after we get those Captura review on Google, we are going to extract the actual Captura URL. So this prompt will give us the actual Captura URL. Then we're just going to scrap the competitor URL, and then we're just gonna scrape the review page. So basically we're gonna get all the reviews for that competitor, and then we're just gonna ask OpenAI to do a little bit of value prop on this one. So this will gonna get like a core value proposition for this company, and then we're gonna extract the pros and cons from those reviews. Then we're gonna write a final report. So to run this, you can either go to a single run, or you can go to a table and then you can add input here. So what I can do is currently, let me just paste in this, and we're gonna hit run. So this is gonna take some time. We can come back to this later, or if you want to just stay on this screen, we can do that. So in the meantime, let me show you how you can track your usage for the workflow. So you can click on this change workflow limit. Here you can see your use credit, you can see your credit balance, and you can also top up more workflow credit per month. So here you can do all that. The workflow is now completed. Let's see the results up here. So this is the first tab that we were searching. And then we're gonna just extract the Ketra URL, and then we are just scrapping the competitor side. This is the scrap from Ketra review, and then we're gonna pass it to the final prompt. So this is gonna extract the value proposition. These are the pros and cons, and this is the final competitive analysis report that we need. Now let's quickly go over to the table. And so this is where you can see all your workflow runs. And so if I want to just like look at my workflow runs up here. Next, let's go to settings, and in settings you can just update the workflow name, workflow description, however you want to suit it. So this was a quick intro on workflow. We can't wait for you to start using them. We're going to have more in-depth tutorials on these workflows sooner, and we're going to also have more actions for these workflow. And we also would love to hear your feedback. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.